Corona Ketchup 48. Little turtleneck, little mock turtleneck for Steve Jobs. Talk about Apple later on. They did an announcement thing like they always do. Those Apple guys always announcing stuff. Creaky chair. What do we think about people like Steve who sort of have a uniform? You know, like Steve Jobs always wore these mock turtlenecks, mock turt. Some people, like, they always wear, if not the exact same outfit, you know, a variation on basically the same thing. How do we feel about this? You know me, I wear a different shirt every episode. I like to dress a little funkier. I like to switch it up. But there's something interesting, right, about people who just, they take that element of choice out of their life. It's like, you know, sometimes I think there's something to be said for, you know, efficiency. They're streamlining their life. Where it's like when you and I wake up, we're like, oh, what's clean? What do I want to wear? What's the weather? Blah, blah, blah. Little tiny choices we make every day that can slow us down, whereas uniform people, they just go in the closet, boom, boom, and their day has begun. Eliminating the small choices in life can lead to, I guess, happiness, I don't know, but definitely more efficient, streamlined living. So Steve Jobs definitely, you know, had his quirks, but maybe he was onto something with the old mock turt every day. Every day a mock turt. Guys, today's the day that they first test drove a hovercraft. Give it up for those guys. No, seriously, that's got to be a little bit frightening to be the first person to test drive anything, right? We know there was a lot of people who failed before the Wright brothers figured that out, so I guess, but have they even figured out hovercrafts at this point? I guess so. You can buy them, right? You can buy a hovercraft. Seems like a Florida thing. That's a fan boat, actually. But like, hovercraft never took off. It never became, you know, a real mode of transportation for people. Because the hovering part, it's almost like it's not even hovering. I think I expect a hovercraft to basically be a plane that just flies low. Maybe I need to educate myself about hovercrafts. Either way, they haven't caught on. No one's buying their kid a hovercraft for their 16th birthday. But I would like to see some ingenuity in the hovercraft, you know, field. Who's the Steve Jobs of hovercrafts? That's what I want to know. So speaking of Apple, they did a big announcement thing. A lot of stuff I don't understand what it means. They're switching chips. They're making their own chips. I don't know, stuff like that beats me. But this is what made me laugh is the new OS is going to be called Big Sur, which is like such a California sort of surfer douchebag thing to call anything. If Apple really is this California, you know, powerhouse, they are. Everything that they make says made in California, and they don't shy away from this Silicon Valley sort of reputation. Why was Steve Jobs always wearing turtlenecks? Steve Job, I called him. Took away the S. No, just one job for you now, Steve. Wearing turts. My point is that he lives in hot California, but he's always wearing turtlenecks. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. He's wearing hot weather clothes or cold weather clothes in a hot climate. This guy's out of control. This is the evil geniuses, man. They don't feel the heat. They don't feel the cold. They wear their uniform and they get the job done. Also, I know he's dead, and I've kind of been referring to him like he's alive and still wearing turtlenecks. I know he's not. Was he buried in a turtleneck? Ooh. That would be a great trivia question. Was Steve Jobs buried in a turtleneck? I want to know. And Hamilton is coming to Disney Plus. That's exciting. I've never seen it. Very excited to see it. I'm a big musical guy. Most people don't know this. Most people assume otherwise, but I love musicals. My parents used to play musicals on records when I was a kid, and I'm not that old. The records, come on. Their other stuff had been invented, but they used records. Dance Around the Living Room in My House. I loved Chorus Line, Guys and Dolls, Pajama Game, all these old musicals. I was in West Side Story in high school, and I loved that experience. So I'm a musical freak, and I'm very excited for Hamilton. Because, you know, it's the best reviewed one of the past decade, the best of the new musicals, really. Everyone seems to think Hamilton. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what old Lin-Manuel's got up his sleeve, you know? And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the links in the description of the video for organizations you can donate to fighting against racism and police brutality, as well as a few more. The Canadian Women's Foundation, 135 black-owned businesses you can support today. All great causes. If you have time, please donate. lend some time, research, whatever you can do. It all makes a difference. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.